Yes, good people, welcome back to the Guitar Manifesto channel, and today we are doing something pretty darn cool. We've got a Squier Deluxe Jazzmaster hardtail body in a beautiful candy apple red colour. OGs of the channel will know that I used to rock a Squier Deluxe Jazzmaster with a vibrato on the channel for quite a number of years. They are awesome guitars. One of my subscribers to the channel, Neil, his nickname is Cosh, offered me this guitar body with a few accessories for £120, and I thought, you know what, I love these bodies, I love the Jazzmaster, so yeah, let's go for it. Yeah, Neil, thank you very much. He's also got a band called Under the Cosh, which is a pretty cool name, and I'll put a link in the description if you want to check out his Facebook page and give him a little thumbs up there. So the Squier Deluxe Jazzmaster come out in 2016. Pretty much the same guitar as the Jazzmaster's Jazzmaster, but these have got that awesome candy apple red finish. It's got a tunematic bridge and a stop tail piece, so it's a bit of a Les Paul kind of setup, but I think this is pretty darn sweet. She is in decent condition. Oh, that's the bridge falls off. Got a few scratches on the back there, but we can live with that. So in terms of what setup we go with, we've got quite a few options, but I got some bits that Neil sent me, so I'll show you what I've got and what ideas I've got in mind. Okay, so these are some of the parts that Neil chucked in with a guitar body. There's a Jazzmaster black pickguard with a HH setup, just the lead side of the circuit, not the rhythm side. We got these chrome pickup covers and a selection of volume tone control knobs. Right, just going to take the bridge out of the way for a sec, just so I can put this on quickly. Now this is a pretty decent fit. We may need to do a little bit of wiggling, but yeah, she fits in there just fine. Okay, so yeah, I got this guitar yesterday and I was kind of toying with ideas for setups on it. I have got another Jazzmaster at the minute, a vintage modified, and I was going to start raiding some parts of that. So I did put the neck and the pickguard and the pickups off that vintage modified Jazzmaster I'd got, and it did look pretty sweet. But then I was looking at this pickguard and it reminded me of a Fender Blacktop Telecaster I had a few years ago. I'll put a picture up now, and that was black against the candy apple red, and I think that is a pretty sweet combo. So with a Fender Blacktop Telecaster that I had a few years ago, that got me thinking about a Fender Jaguar Blacktop. I had two different types quite a few years back, probably about 8 years ago. I had a Fender Blacktop Jaguar that was made in Mexico, again with the tunematic bridge and the stop tail piece. I thought that looked pretty darn cool. And then about a year later I had the Japanese version, like a special edition, which was full bling, again tunematic bridge, stop tail piece and a matching headstock. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with something inspired by that, and I've also got something pretty cool that will go in here and help our build. So let me go and grab that and I'll show you the full vision for this, what is going to be a sweet Jazzmaster. So sometimes in life you got to make sacrifices, and I think we are going to sacrifice the Robster Strat. Now this Robster neck has been on a couple of incarnations of the Robster Strat, and I think it's time for this to move on and this neck to live on that Jazzmaster. And also I'm going to take these humbucking pickups out, put the chrome covers on, and also the wiring out the vintage modified Jazzmaster I had last week, because that's just got the lead circuit. I think all that put together should make for a pretty darn cool guitar. It's got the black headstock with a little bit of red peeking through from the previous incarnation, and I think all that together is going to look pretty darn sweet. So yeah, hopefully this neck fits. If not, we'll make it fit, but I've got a backup plan if not. Yeah, so I'm going to start taking this all apart, get all the parts together, and then we'll start building a one-off Jazzmaster HH Blacktop. So before we get too committed, dismembering the Robster Strat, I've got the neck off now, so we're going to test fit this. Hopefully this works out for us. Oh, that is a nice snug fit. And in terms of it all lining up, maybe need to shave a little bit off that pick guard there, just to spin it around a little bit, but we're not far off. I think if we put the pickup covers in, I'd have to go underneath. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty darn good, I reckon. Yeah, candy apple red, black body. We got the black headstock with a bit of red popping through there. I think that's going to work pretty darn good. Now, tunematic bridge, they do sit quite high, so I'm not sure whether I'll need to shim the neck or not. I'm presuming these neck pockets are routed out to take into account the tunematic bridge. Obviously, intonation flat on a 9.5 inch radius, it's never going to work perfect, but that doesn't bother me. They still play pretty darn sweet, and this is a really nice neck. I've had this for quite a few years now, and I do like the feel of this. So yeah, I think that's a win. So I'm going to screw this neck on. Yeah, that looks nice. I think the black on the black is a bit too blended in. We're going to get a bit more bling on this, I think. Something along them lines will look pretty darn sweet. Okay, so we got the neck on. That all seems to fit pretty good. There's a little tiny gap under there, but once the pick guard's in, yeah, that'll be hidden away. That's actually pretty much perfect, you know. Most of these screw holes line up perfectly. In fact, they all do, so yeah. These things were meant to happen. I've got all the parts separated from other guitars now. So we've got these Epiphone humbucking pickups that I've had for quite a while. I actually can't remember what they was off, but they do sound pretty decent. That's the bridge pickup, that's the neck pickup, and now let's just see if these covers will fit. Oh, yep. Pretty much. Oh, no, there's a little bit out. That might be a neck one. Oh, yeah, that's better. Okay, so that one fits. Yeah. That'll do for me. Just needs a little bit of solder knocking off that corner. So these are normally just soldered on with a little blob. So we can sort that out, but that's the blacktop style look to these humbuckers. These are got 5 wires, so we can split coil these if needed. So this is the wiring loom that I whipped off that vintage modified Jazzmaster I had on the channel. Switchcraft selector switch, got a volume tone pot. From what I can see, where it's got blobs of solder on, and yeah, I think they're both 500k pots. I may be wrong, they're CTS pots, but we'll roll with them. And it's got a pure tone output socket. I think for now that is going to be a pretty sweet, ready to go setup, and if we want to, we can come back, replace these pots, and yeah, stick in a bit of split coil in. This is a 0.22 UF capacitor. So yeah, I think that's going to be a pretty sweet setup. So I'm going to start mocking all this together, and then we can get the soldering iron out and start melting some metal. Pickup cover is going to be a bit of a tight fit in there. I may need to make a bit of extra room. But man, that is looking cool. Well, they don't quite fit. I do have some more of these knocking around, so I'll work out what fits best, but yeah, that is looking awesome. Yep, I'm digging that. Oh yeah. Right, so time to do a bit of wiring. So this is the neck pickup, bridge pickup. The black wire there's the hot, that connects to this tang on there, and then the hot off the bridge goes onto the one on the side, and then the green and bare on both solder into the middle there. And then we just need to solder on a ground wire going to the bridge, and we should be okay for a quick, easy, freeway 2 humbucker volume tone control wiring setup. Right, so let's get this grounding wire on. As you can see, it's a bit of a blobby mess under there, but it should be good enough. I'm not sure if that wire's starting to break up under there, but yeah, she's pretty much all wired up now. Got the freeway selector wired up to the bridge and neck pickup. Possibly could do with some more grounds on there, but we'll see how it goes. I have also just found in my stash, what's it gone? A push-pull volume pot. I'm not sure the value of it, but yeah, I think for now we'll go with this, but I definitely want to add that onto the bridge pickup at some point. But that's pretty cool. So before we start messing around any further, because obviously that's going to need tidying up a bit, I'm just going to see if we got any noises coming out of these pickups. Neck, yep. Both, yep. Bridge, yep. Volume, tone, all works. Put it on overdrive. Okay, so we're not getting any buzzing, so that's all good. Right, I'm going to have a little tidy up underneath with the wire in, then we'll screw the pick guard on, and then yeah, put some strings on after that. But that's pretty darn cool. I've also got to put the screws in for these pickups. I did sand around the edge of the pick guard where the pickups go in, so they are a bit of a better fit now. So far, there's a chip then. So far, so good. Right, so it's all tidied up underneath. So we're at a point now where we can screw everything down. So I think I'm going to have to get these as close as I can get them. One of the screws for the pickups was on the verge of being stripped out, so I've changed that one. And one of the pickup covers did pop off. I think it was that one, but yeah, whatever. Roll with the blows. We'll go with how it is. I've got these brand new screws. So we should be okay in terms of the original holes. Thing with Squiers and Jaguars, Jazzmasters, Mustangs, they always do seem to be quite a universal fit with, like, say, Fender parts, where Strats and Tellys, Squiers can be hit and miss, but yeah, these offsets for some reason always seem to be pretty much bang on if you want to get an aftermarket pickguard. I'm not sure the brand of this one, so if Cosh knows, let us know. But that is a pretty darn good fit. And while we're there, where did I put that? Bridge. I can put that back on for now. Oh yeah. Yeah, the black against the candy apple red with a black headstock with a little bit of red coming through. This is going to be a sweet Jazzmaster. I know a lot of people don't like hardtails on Jaguars and Jazzmasters, but I think this is pretty cool. You know, this is I suppose a Jagmaster in some sense. Just took inspiration from a Fender Jaguar Blacktop and come to life in a Jazzmaster. You know, it's not going to have that Jazzmaster sound, but damn, it looks fucking cool. Yep, I think we're all on now. Yeah, that's looking sick. Right, next thing we're going to do is put some strings on, and might need a little bit of a setup. Not sure how this neck's going to take to that Tune-o-matic bridge, but we shall see. So far, all has gone to plan. So for strings today, I'm using a set of regular Slinkies 10 to 46. These are what I fitted on the Jazzmaster the other day, and these have got split shaft tuners, so I can quite easily recycle these. And I know these strings do sound pretty good. I normally go with 9s on a 25.5 inch scale, but far away. Got it. But I quite like the feel of that Jazzmaster last week with 10s on. So we'll see how it goes. I'm just going to get one string on for now and have a look how we're doing with the action. Well, she is pretty low, but with that Tune-o-matic bridge, I just need to raise that up a bit and she should be pretty darn good. Right, so I'm going to put all the strings on, give her a little tweak after that. Strings are on, so time to adjust the string height, which is going to be fun because the high and the low E strings, as it's got a Tune-o-matic bridge, are going to be a little bit high. So right, a little bit high, a little bit low. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah, so they're going to be a bit too high. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with the A string and the B string. I'm going to measure it from there. So 1.5 mil on the bass side, 1.25 on the treble side. So we're not far off. That way. That's it. Yep, pretty much bang on. So I'm going to check the intonation. The neck relief I know is fine on this because I've already sorted his neck out before. I'm going to tune it all up. I've also found some chrome volume knob tone controls that fit these oversized pots. So we're going to be looking a little bit like that. These are the ones that are rounded off inside and got the little screw on the side. So we're going to go with them. I'm going to try and find a chrome tip on the interweb. So I'm going to finish off giving this a little bit of a setup and then we'll be good to plug her in. Okay, so we're in Guitar Manifesto HQ. We've got the Jazzmaster all set up. She's all tuned up. We're going to give her a little test run, going through the 3 different playing positions. So we start with a neck, both pickups together, and then just that bridge pickup on its own, going for a Marshall MA50 tube amp on the clean channel. We're going to be using a looper pedal and a Behringer ultra distortion pedal just to get some sweet lead tones out of it. So next thing I'm going to do is plug her in, let her rip. there you go, that was my freshly built Robster Jazzmaster Blacktop HH configuration. Now, them pickups in my Strat sounded pretty dope. In this, they just sound a bit weird. I don't know if it's with the wiring setup we got there. Like I say, I'm not sure the pot values on it or if it's them covers on there, but it's starting to sound very microphonic. So yeah, she's going to need a little bit of tweaking. If you don't know already, I've got arthritis in my hands really bad, and yeah, going back to 10s I think are a bit too stiff for me. I can't get the bends that I like, so I'm going to go back to 9. So we're going to do a little bit of work on this again, but you know, it's all trial and error, see what works, see what don't work. I will have a little jam again with these pickup covers off because it did sound a little bit, what can we say, lackluster. Yeah, we'll go with that. But you know, so far, aesthetics wise, she's looking pretty darn good, and just shows you what you can make with odds and sods that you've got in your stash. But yeah, that'll do for today. Hope you enjoyed the build, and yeah, no doubt there'll be more of this to come on the channel. So if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Also follow me on Instagram and Facebook, the Guitar Manifesto, for some little sneaky peeks what's going on behind the scenes. So we'll definitely come back to this Jazzmaster, have a little tweak around with the configuration and see if we can get it sounding a lot better. So yeah, thanks for watching, see you all soon. Peace. Guitar Manifesto.